Welcome to Meta Interview with Klara Kopi. Today I'm here with Jeff Gold. He's the co-founder of NearHub and Tamago. Hi, Jeff.
Hello, how you doing today?
I'm good. And we're also trying a new format. The interview today will be all Metaverse based. We'll visit a bunch of places on NearHub. It'll be awesome.
Looking forward to it.
Whoop, whoop. So, let's talk a bit about your background, where you came from. What do you think is very relevant for people to know about you and understand how you got here?
Okay. So, to start, I'm from Canada. I lived throughout different parts of Canada, originally Calgary, Edmonton a bit, Toronto, and then was in Montreal for about 10 years before I gave up on winter and moved to Playa del Carmen, Mexico. Been down here for about 12 years. For the last 20 or so years was DJing. Had some different couple clubs, a record shop, some different things. And then a couple of years ago, kind of came to realize that code was ruling the world and I was illiterate. And I didn't like that feeling. So I started to study and put some things together.
Awesome. Yeah, I know the feeling when I started to dabble with Web3, blockchain, I thought I would never understand anything because it's too much, right? When you just start being an artist, it's hard to know where to begin.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So yeah, it's a lot of studying.
Yeah, the trick is just to start, and then it gets a lot easier.
Yeah, when you try it, and here we're not only reading about blockchain, Web3, NFTs, and such. We are living it, right?
Yeah,
every
exactly.
day.
Yeah, and there's always more to know, so it keeps it entertaining. It's not the same every day. And you get to create really cool things, and it's just at the beginning, so it's kind of creating things for the future.
Yeah, not a day of boredom. So, how was that your transition from your previous work area, like as a DJ, to entering the Web3 world and blockchain?
It went surprisingly easy. COVID was around, so DJing had slowed down a lot. Yeah. So I had a lot more free time and was focused and putting time into it, so absorbed it well. And yeah, just started building and just creating little things and kind of taking some different boot camps, taking different courses, just whenever I got stuck with just the part I got stuck on, just dig into reading more about that until I was comfortable with it, and then go back and carry on until it gets stuck again and repeat. But for me, kind of development in music, it's kind of, when I was developing it, helped me realize what I like so much about music. Was with music, it's kind of trying to solve an impossible problem where you want to create the perfect song, but there's not a perfect song for every moment. There's perfect song for a moment or a bunch of moments, but that won't work in the opposite vibe or feeling or emotion or etc. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like this impossible little problem. Whereas with blockchain, it's kind of similar, except you can create real world things that can help people. Music helps people too. Like, people need music, or a lot of them would go crazy. Myself included.
Sure.
But
me included also.
You can kind of create things where people can generate revenue and kind of secure some financial freedom through different tools, which I think is pretty awesome.
Yeah, Web3 opened a bunch of possibilities for us creatives. Not the creatives only, but a bunch of people. But due to this pandemics, I think many of the creatives started looking to Web3 and blockchain as a way to
Survive.
not just to survive, yeah, because we need to pay bills and work and feel that we are doing something, but also as this new possibilities, new world, new, like, you can have an exhibition on the metaverse and not necessarily need a gallerist or some kind of curatorship to approve what you're doing. You can show your art for people in a freer way.
Yeah,
And
there's transparency.
Yeah, and it gives you
royalties
also
on
a
work.
community. I'm sorry.
And royalties on work,
Yeah,
which doesn't
something
really
that-
happen in the real world. Normally, if it sells
Exactly.
once, like I used to have a record shop, and there'd be tons of records that if they came and used, they'd sell right away. But the artists never see any of that. Whereas with NFTs, though, the account that created it gets the royalties forever whenever it's sold.
Yeah, you keep receiving every sale that is done. It's your work, you should be paid for it. People are profiting, why not you're profiting also? It is fair, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of a lot of the reason why we kind of put Clarion and I kind of started Tamago was,
Yeah,
especially in the music industry, there's very little transparency on where the money's going. Very little of it works its way back to the artist. Most platforms are just designed as a way to get people on to sell them ads or show them ads. So
yeah,
we wanted to kind of create something that was about the artists and the music, and like not have gatekeeping, no ads, and just direct funds going from the fans to the creators.
yeah. That's a brilliant idea. I interviewed Clarion. I think he was the first person actually that I interviewed
Awesome.
for this show. It was great. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. He was in a very deep mode day, like philosophical. It was a lot of fun to talk and discuss a bunch of things, Web3 and music related. It was very cool.
Awesome.
And yeah, there's this whole world of possibilities, and we're still here in the beginning of it, so it's all grass. So we have plenty of space to build. And it's very cool to see NearHub now having Metaverse and this space where the DAOs can make their events. And there's also Zyfar. There is not a DAO, it's a person, and he also has a space that is being built. It's very cool. He showed me it was a nice place to hang around.
Yeah, there's kind of spaces for just about everything. Building in some theaters, have some plans to build in some educational spaces, and then doing a lot of 360 video. We have live streaming of that in here working now, and token gated rooms, so we can do like special events with NFT tickets.
That's great. Yeah, that's brilliant.
So all the students can enter the room. And we're also going to be releasing some avatars soon.
Oh, awesome.
And then with each one, it's going to come with a little private room that only the owner of that NFT avatar will have access to, like a little changing room for them.
Awesome.
So it comes with like a little private space where you can set it up and have your own little area to go and watch whatever or do whatever.
Well, that looks awesome. That sounds awesome, actually. I'm not seeing it. But yeah, that sounds awesome. Imagine having your own private space, like your house on the Metaverse.
Yeah, I'm going to be building in apartments too and offices. So, like for
Very
remote
cool.
working, can all be in one space together, sharing screens, helping each other out, and kind of have a real office feeling, but be spread
Awesome.
out throughout the globe.
Very good. Looking forward to see it.
It's
So you
getting
want
close.
to jump into another space so we can have a different
Yeah,
different view for the next question?
yeah. Let me throw a link in the room.
Sure.
And then this one, it's the Human Guild Arcade. So it has different projects from the Human Guild and the arcade machines. And then you can jump to that project site from there.
Crypto Hero, Nearlands. Yeah, I saw this one Nearlands. I didn't understand it very well, actually.
It's kind of like a 2D metaverse. It's really cool. People can
Yeah, I
kind of
saw it.
design their spaces, and it's all done on chain.
Oh, I have to check these things. I see Chloe talking about this Pixel D apps all the time.
Yeah, that one's fun.
So Heroes, I guess. Oh, some music started. Can you hear it?
Yeah, it's just in that little area there
Okay.
when you're near that machine.
Very cool, the space. I like it. These are also near projects. This one here.
Yeah, they're
X.
yeah, it's part of Human Guild as well. They're incubating all these ones.
Roblox. Oh, nice space. Oh, this one I know. Oh, Tamago is on the Human Guild?
Tamago and NearHub.
Oh, I didn't know. Cool. I
And
think
then
I don't
there's
know
a
all the
hidden
projects.
bathroom
Yeah.
behind the mirror.
Oh, let me check it. You said a bathroom.
Yeah.
Have to. Oh, look at that. What a weird experience to go into the mirror. I felt like Alice through the looking glass. Cool. You put stuff here?
Yeah, in this one, it's like a little different sound environment. So you can talk here and you don't hear it in the other area.
Oh. So people could be chit-chatting on the bedroom.
Yeah, go to the bathroom for a little chat.
That's funny. Cool. I like it. So through the looking glass again. So, what do you think of DAOs? Are you involved with any DAOs? Tama Island, I know that became a DAO, for instance, but there's another one for NearHub or something like that.
Yeah, I have for NearHub, and then on a couple different kind of community project DAOs, Adam for Artists, NearHub, and then NearHub Comics, Tamago, Tama Island, and then I think DAOs are really good. Creates a structure where people can work together in a trustless environment from anywhere in the world, and because a lot of times when people are working on something, it's especially with everything being so new, there may not be that many people close to them working on the same thing. Whereas with working remotely, can do that, work with people in another country and don't have to worry about legal recourse because there's nothing that they can do.
Yeah.
Everything is secured unless everyone agrees on it or a majority agrees.
Yeah.
In which case there's nothing that needs to be done. So I think they're definitely needed and they're going to evolve as time goes on. like more as multi-DAO kind of systems where you could use it to run a corporation or a government, hypothetically, where have different regional areas or departments that have they vote on another department, which votes on another department, which votes on the main things. So then you can kind of have everything where everyone has their input, and it all kind of goes similar to a political system.
Yeah. And it's all very open. Everything is there on blockchain, and it is easy to see if everything is going well, and voting where all the fundings are going to get used, and everyone in the council can share the responsibility to make the choices, right?
Yeah.
Not just one person.
Yeah, exactly.
And the members can also participate if the DAO feel like.
Yeah, or the community. Well, it's pretty much up to the DAO. They can create them as kind of a private multi-signature wallet, or it can be a whole corporate setup.
Yeah.
And then kind of everything in between. And Near makes it,
DAO.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's like kind of exactly what I was about to say. It's like Near makes it super easy for people to onboard with DAOs, with like Sputnik contract and Astro DAO, and just a few clicks, and you can be set up and have a DAO and ready to go.
Yeah, it's very organized, easy to spot and vote and see what's going on the DAO. Everything in one place.
Yeah, and they're really responsive to user feedback and like add features that are needed quickly, and it's like still a young project, but they're doing an amazing job with it.
Yeah, there was a lot of changes since I've gotten into the DAOs 1 year.
Yeah.
We had even an upgrade recently.
Yeah, just upgraded.
It's cool to see it all being developed.
Yeah, and constantly improving, and a lot of the times we'll be like, oh, I wish it had this, and then in a month it does.
That's great. Yeah, it was something that I was talking to Luis the other day with, this is from Mintbase and 3XR.
Yeah.
And he was speaking about it, that it's very different when you can go and talk to the people building Facebook, for instance. But here, since the community is tighter, you can talk to you that you are building NearHub Tamago, and he's building Mintbase and 3XR, and you can talk to people and make suggestions and interact, and they hear you. You can try things out. It's a very good point to be a part of this community right in the beginning, interacting with everyone that is actually building it.
Yeah, no, definitely. And everyone in kind of the Near community is really eager to help others. Everyone kind of wants to see everyone else succeed.
Yeah.
I think everyone's working towards the same common goal.
Yeah. And it'd be awesome. I think the future looks very bright with everything that's being built. A lot of good projects, and yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, I agree.
So where did the inspiration and the motivation to create NearHub came from?
Originally, we were working on Dragoneer, a game that Ilya wrote while he was on a plane one time. And then we came across the software to run this. And then we were originally going to make it like a little 3D kind of interactive between scenes in like an NFT card game. And then just started, the more we're using it, seeing the power and kind of potential of the platform. And wanted to make a place where anyone could come and either learn more about Near, have a place community, can get together, interact with each other. And so then NearHub was formed. And like Human Guild basically helped us get started, put together a really good team, have some amazing artists, developers, and everyone's just been working away for the last 7 months or so.
Yeah, it's been great to see all these new spaces appearing, and we're always on the events, so we're seeing it all happening. Because Metaverse Style always does these videos from the events the community does, so we're always there. And yeah, we know a bunch of different places. And this one we didn't know yet.
Yeah, this one's a new one.
Oh, cool.
Just kind of
I've seen it. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, it launched recently. That's all.
Awesome.
We can.
Yeah, I like it.
Should we maybe jump over to Tam Island?
Oh, sure.
Let's
go there.
I'll throw a link in the room to throw
one of my favorites.
Too.
So, why did you choose to build on Near protocol?
Was working originally when I got into coding. First started kind of working in Python, and then migrated over to Solidity, and I found it a little bit limiting. Just partially code-wise, and then as well, just cost. Like, it wasn't feasible to build on Ethereum. And Near's carbon neutral. It's got much better tools for developers. It's easier to get developers from other kinds of coding to write on Near. Like, you can write in WebAssembly, so Rust assembly script, TypeScript, C++, Root. Like, you can kind of whatever someone's used to, just add another dependency. And now they're writing with blockchain. And just the community behind Near is amazing as well. Kind of like we were saying before, but just super helpful. Everyone is kind of doing things to help out each other. And and I see a lot of growth for Near, and can see higher gains potentially for the project in coming years than I can see feasibly happening for some other larger projects.
And, many people. I'm sorry, did I interrupt you?
No, not at all.
I've been seeing a lot of. I have no coding knowledge, but I've been talking to a bunch of people, and everyone talks about the technological side of Near, that how easy it is to migrate, and well, the cost for anyone that uses it is quite easy to grasp it. Because if you ever use Ethereum and you use Near once, you see, there's not even there isn't. Actually, a comparison.
The first NFT I minted on Ethereum cost about $75 in gas.
Oh.
Plus having to transfer Ethereum to that account to be able to do, like, it probably costs close to $100 plus. It takes like 20 minutes to know if it worked. Half the time it doesn't, and you still lose the gas. Whereas Near, it just works. It costs like a fraction of a penny to mint an NFT. And with sharding, as the network gets more demand, it handles it properly. It breaks it up and makes it into bite-sized pieces that different computers can handle, as opposed to just having one massive equation that every computer on the chain has to be solving at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So, long term, I can see a lot more potential for it. And it's fast, super fast. And for kind of gaming and kind of metaverse type transactions, you don't want to have to wait 20 minutes to know what happened.
No, not at all.
Like, it's nice to press the button and be like, there's my answer.
And I can only imagine the nightmare that it must be to do everything DAO related on Ethereum.
Yeah, every time you want to vote, it's $50. So you have to be like really dedicated if you want to vote for the project.
Yeah, and you have to be paid very well for it to be possible for you to pay $50 each time you vote.
Yeah, whereas here, like with Near, it's like less than a penny.
Yeah, it's not even a penny. It's way less, actually.
Yeah, you can get like 1,000 votes for a Near.
Yeah, one of the most expensive transactions, actually, like a transfer. It costs, when is expensive, $2 or $1 and something when you're transferring a larger amount of money.
Yeah, or large storage, like a lot of data.
And yet, it's less than $5. It was never near $5. The most expensive that I paid was $2 for a transfer, so it's okay.
Yeah, and like with Ethereum, that's kind of the price just to mint an NFT. But if you want to deploy a contract, it costs a lot more than minting.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah. And the tools for Near, especially only being a little over like a year and a half old, are amazing. And like they really kind of went developer and like functional first and built out from there. And community.
Yeah, the forum is very, very easy to use, and Astro also is very easy to use. The only piece of code that we touch sometimes is when you have a CFC or something. It's something that most of the community doesn't use at all. Just the DAOs for specific voting.
Yeah.
And actually, it's just a paste and a copy paste function, very easy. Now I think they even have it inside Astro, so yeah, it's not hard at all.
Yeah, and there's great documentation for everything from developing a contract to resources and support to help get projects going. Sorry about the motorcycle.
No problem.
And there's a lot of resources to help projects get started. And like get grants and actually be able to achieve the goals that they've envisioned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and not only that, not only the financial part, but the community also will help you when you have a doubt, and when you need help with something. There'll always be someone that can help you.
Yeah, exactly. The answers are always close.
Yeah, I was never lost on here. Like, I don't know what to do. Someone will always help me when I don't know where to go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good like that.
Yeah, I'm loving it. So, but now, regarding the Metaverse, what are your thoughts on the Metaverse? How do you think having a virtual, not only for you, but for everyone that's watching this, like, oh my God, why should I have a Metaverse? Why do you think that having a Metaverse space helps DAOs and people and enterprises to do better?
Well, I think it's kind of similar to many years ago now, but kind of still remember when email was starting. Even websites, it's kind of the same thing where it's like, why do I want to do that if I can just send an email or write a letter or just have someone go to a real world store? Things are going this way. And like soon. My feeling is that pretty much all websites are going to be interactive 3D environments.
Yeah.
Instead of having a website like a static thing that you scroll through, it'll be a room that you can go to and interact with and have different things that tell the story that the website did, just in a more immersive fashion.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think also, like something mixing metaverse spaces and AR for selling products.
Yeah.
And I think that's the way we're heading. Something more 3D, more immersive.
We're building in shopping into NearHub as well. And
cool.
Making it so people can get a NFT that gets them an RFT.
Look at that.
So then they get the real thing and then have a little NFT to show that they bought it and have authenticity and get an NFT. But then actually just be able to go in here and shop and use Near and get real things.
And you said that you have AR on that too?
Not yet, but planning on
I
it.
I think I understood it wrong.
We're just going to have like shopping in here in VR.
Cool. That's very cool.
I want to build out an AR experience where it would basically just remove the room so people can interact with avatars in the real world, but then kind of be talking to them from in here and kind of vice versa.
I remember when I first entered the VR space. Actually, the first time I used the Oculus, you had this introduction game to learn how to use it, and you interact with the robot. It was so cute. And then you could interact with the robot from NearHub.
Yeah, gonna have a little kind of tutorial guy or a little assistant eventually that can kind of like a little Google Assistant, but in here.
Cool. It's very cool. I was going to say something. It just flew my mind. Here's something regarding VR. Yeah. Oh yeah. How is the use on VR? You go into the browser and you just open it. Is there a way to connect with your Near wallet?
Yeah, it's basically just when you go to connect to the scene here, there's that first window that says join room.
Yeah.
Below that, there's another button that says spectate. So if you just want to kind of not have an avatar, but just kind of float around in here, you can press that one. Or below that, there's a device button. If you hit that, it'll give you the codes to put into the headset, and then you jump into the room.
Nice. Didn't know that. Maybe I'll do a try. Maybe one day I'll try for sure.
Awesome.
I'm actually curious right now.
Yeah, it's a different experience.
Yeah, it must be. Yeah, VR is something. Is an entire other thing. I'm really excited to see it in the VR. So now talking about the future, what are your plans for the future of NearHub and your metaverse projects, your growth?
So many.
Spoilers.
Very soon going to be launching it so that anyone can create spaces on here and then mint them and put them up. And then as well, once it's minted as an NFT, they can trade them, sell them, etc. And then they'll all kind of be gated, so people have privacy and only the people they want in it can come in. NFT marketplace is coming soon. Avatar generator, scene generator. Just started a RPG game on the Discord server.
Oh, cool.
And then having some NFT and near prizes and stuff for different things each week on there. And then if anyone's interested, it's discord.gg/NearHub. All one word.
I'm hopping there. Actually, one of our colleagues from Metaverse DAO is starting a DICE DAO. That is for RPG players.
Oh, awesome.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're working with Cloud9 out of LA and going to be building some kind of interactive scenes that kind of have storytelling going with them, and people can win NFTs and prizes, kind of gamifying it. And then we're working on the NFT comic book as well. And
I've seen it. Is this robot on the cover, right?
Yeah. So far it's just the cover one. In a few weeks, it's going to be the first page being released, and then people will get out. One of the little dialogue bubbles is going to be blank for community to fill in and mint it, and then vote on it. And the winning page, or the winning one from each page, goes in the final comic book, and they get royalties from the comic book and all that fun stuff. End of July, we are going to be in LA as well. We're going to be at NFT Expoverse. It's a really big convention trade show up there. Really looking forward to that one.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And then doing Elvis, his anniversary of his death, they're kind of doing a celebration thing and kind of supported by Graceland, and we're going to be doing a Metaverse representation of it.
Cool. It will be like the 50s?
I don't know.
Or 60s, actually.
Yeah, we're kind of reproducing. I think the original plan is reproducing his house, and then there's a live event that we might stream in 360 video.
Oh. It's amazing.
There's lots of fun stuff coming.
Wow, you've been busy.
Yeah.
Lots of cool stuff coming. I'm actually very excited.
And lots more spaces coming. Like the Sidewalk Radio, Mintbase, ASICs, have a couple coming out for them. And a bunch of others that I'm going to miss a bunch, so I'm just going to stop there. So I apologize to everyone.
Okay. No problem.
But yeah, there's probably about another 10 or 15 spaces coming within the next month or so.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm very excited to see it all. A bunch of stuff, new cool stuff shiny coming in the future. And yeah, we will always be there because we're the Metaverse DAO. So that's what we do. We go there, we record it, we talk to people. It's a great job.
Yeah, it's awesome having you guys there.
We get to interact with people. Yeah, it's a pleasure. We're always very happy to go to the events and talk to people. It's always a lot of fun.
Yeah, I enjoy them. Yeah,
it's very young. In the community, I think it's starting to grasp that why using the metaverse is cool. And yeah, there's a lot of time to educate people also about benefits of it.
Yeah, and as we go, there's more and more tools available to make more things feasible.
Yeah, it'd be great. It's nice to be here on the beginning of it, seeing it all being built.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I was going to ask you what you're working on now, but I think you pretty much covered it.
Yeah, there's lots in the works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So,
getting close.
sorry?
It's all getting really close.
We're very excited for it. So yeah, for the last two questions, what legacy would you like to leave for future creatives and builders?
I think ultimately just a platform that allows them to carry on creating, building, doing things that they love, and being rewarded for it, and being able to have an economy within it where people can just create and live and comfortably. Whereas normally with artists, that's not the case. But,
Yeah.
but like with art, it's generally, well, it's all people that enjoy it, and it's the muse for the rich as much as it is for the poor, and the artist should be compensated for it. They're an integral part to society.
Yeah,
Creators in
I couldn't agree
general.
more. Yeah. I'm sorry, did I cut you off?
No, not at all.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Sometimes I talk to people about it because in many countries, like here in Brazil, for instance, artists are treated like hobos or people who want, not hobos, but like someone who doesn't want to work or do something useful with their lives. This kind of stuff that we listen all the time. And I would like to see those people not turning on the television or reading a book or a magazine or listening to music or
enjoying
watching a
any
piece of
kind of
art.
art. Yeah.
Yeah, drawing, painting, sculpting, or for the matter, because yeah, some pieces of design are actually art.
Yeah.
And yeah, I actually don't understand when people say that. Because I really don't get it. Like you really think you could live without art, but especially during these times that when the pandemic was really on the biggest, uh, well, on the top of the curve of contamination and stuff, that we had to be locked down.
Yeah.
What would people do if they didn't have art?
Nothing productive.
Like watching a movie or what?
Well, no, that's art.
Yeah, no, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you couldn't watch a movie. I forgot a word. You couldn't watch a movie or a series or anything, actually. How do you live without art?
Just lots of math textbooks.
Yeah, good luck with that. Months of reading some math book.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's only fair that the artists have a way to survive because the starving artist stereotype is not pretty. It's not something that we should think it's okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't get it. It's not I guess. Actually, I'm pretty sure everyone has to eat.
Yeah.
And live.
Like a little bit of the starving artist to, feel the pain of life so you can perform about it. That's always good. If everything's too easy, then there's nothing to sing about.
It's okay to go through that a little bit. But
you need the bad times to appreciate the good times.
Yeah. Everything it has a bunch of sides, and we learn through all them, in my opinion. Well, if we want to, we can learn with everything.
The lessons are there. If someone learns them, is another story.
Yeah, we can keep complaining or learn something. I recommend learning something because tough stuff will happen.
And it's
With a
never
part of life.
it's never too late to start learning something either.
Yeah, you can always learn with your past also. You can look at your past with different eyes and learn, even though you're not going through that anymore.
You're even going forward to, like, coding for me, before I kind of got back into it a couple of years ago, the last time I touched anything coding wise really was DOS.
Yeah,
So, like, again, like 25, 30 years ago.
yeah,
And if it's something you want to learn, you can do it.
sure. You just have to go there and do it, and try it, and read about it, or see a video. Nowadays, you can watch videos for pretty much everything.
Yeah.
So if you
And just work along with the video and stop until you get it working right, and then carry on. Don't just...
Some people have difficulties to focus when they're reading. So yeah, they have this, other options. Like I'm not really a kid. I'm 36, so I've been there when there was no internet.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know how it is.
There's pencils and erasers.
Yeah.
And typewriters.
Mostly that. Not a computer inside.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was another way to learn. Like I read a bunch of encyclopedias and dictionaries. My mother made me.
For the young people listening, that's like old Google.
Yeah. Like we did research for school, you had to search on the encyclopedia or read dictionaries.
Yeah. Now you just Google it. You can listen, watch it, read it, interact.
Oh, it's crazy, right? So much easier. And you don't have to wait for the internet to work forever.
Yeah.
Listening to very weird noises.
Yes, not dial-up. Someone picks up the phone and a download breaks.
Yeah, when you think about everything, like the steps that internet and computers.
Yeah, it's still just getting started.
Yeah, but it's insane when you actually think about everything. Like the other day, we didn't have cell phones, and now we have metaverses on cell phones.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's like everyone grew up watching Star Trek, and now everyone has a tricorder.
Yeah.
But smaller.
Very smaller. Yeah, it's crazy. We live in science fiction.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's cool. Crazy doesn't mean bad. Just wow. It's mental, but not in a pejorative way.
Yeah, now it's kind of getting to the point where the only limitations are imagination, really, and the rest can happen.
Sure. Do you want to go to the last location? So.
Yeah. Let's maybe let's go to let's go to Croncat.
So for the last question, if you could give some words of wisdom to those who are starting now, what would you say to them?
The answers are there. There is an answer. When you're bashing your head up against the wall because there doesn't feel like an answer, there is. Take a breath. Look at it from a new way. Grab some food and keep at it, and you'll figure it out.
It's good advice. Keep trying.
Yeah. Well, as long as you haven't stopped trying, you haven't failed yet.
Yeah, that's right.
And failing is okay too. It's part of creation.
Sure. It takes us a while to get that. Well, I don't know for everyone, but for me, at least, it took me a while to understand that failing is learning also.
Yeah.
Actually, a very important part of learning sometimes.
Yeah, you can
Without
generally
failing,
learn
sorry.
more from mistakes than you can from things that just went perfectly.
Yeah, I think that's the stuff with school, right? You go to school and you have to get everything right, otherwise you'll be um, you'll fail the year and you have to do it again, and your parents get on your well, they lash out at you for not being good at school, and then you start thinking that failing is the worst thing that can happen to you. I don't know if that's it, but for me, it felt almost like that.
But it's good. Learn from it and do better in the future.
Yeah,
Because if you always kind of do good, you generally don't push yourself to learn and go further.
sure.
Like,
Why try elsewhere? Sorry.
for myself, like, it was the same with music too. Like, whenever I learned something new, it kind of just humbled me to the fact that if I've been doing this for 20 years and I'm still learning new stuff, like, how much don't I know still? And there's so much more that I can do to learn to be better. And then
Sure.
just kind of apply that to everything. Then it's just like a search for knowledge.
Yeah, I agree. If you stop learning,
Stop
what you're
growing.
doing, what you're doing with your life, because yeah, there's always something to learn, even when you're not going out there. Inside, there's a lot of growth as well.
Yeah, just create things. It doesn't have to be perfect always. And just keep doing it, and soon it will be perfect.
You're right. It's a great advice to allow yourself to make mistakes.
Yeah, and ask for help. If, like, there's lots of resources to find help for different things, especially in the near ecosystem. And like,
Sure.
from everything from music, legal, marketing, development, like everything. There's pretty much a guild or a DAO for everything. And there's people there that will help. And the answers are all online. Sometimes you have to dig for them, but it's pretty much all there.
Yeah, it's not that hard. Sometimes, yeah, you gotta think a little bit about the keywords. What is a good question? Make the good questions.
Yeah, if you ask
Having
a
the
good question,
answers
you'll
is
get
not-
the answer.
Yeah, and having the answers isn't even the best thing. Actually, the right question can give you plenty of answers. Actually,
Yeah.
many times you don't have one.
Yeah, and things that you never thought of before.
Yeah, you get surprised all the time. Every time something that I never thought of appears right in front of me.
Yeah, even with this, every now and then I kind of come across something and I'm like, oh my God, why didn't I think of that earlier? Like,